we were talking about the fire brigade,
Yes.
and you've been in the fire brigade for about 15 years and seen a few changes. These include cutbacks, which, do you think anyone's particularly to blame for this, or they're all as bad as each other?
In all honesty, they're all as bad as each other.
So playing political football, blaming the Labour Party or blaming the Tories, they're all the same.
Maybe. Not a lot in it. I kind of think they're... I don't know. Hand on my heart, we've had a pay freeze for 8 years. If Labour were in, I'll be earning more right now.
Right.
Would we have more fire engines? More appliances? No, we'd have lost just as many.
This was Ken Livingstone's idea, which got pushed through by Boris. Is that right?
Yes, yeah.
Because everyone was blaming Boris, but the plan was originated.
Yeah, come up with Ken.
Because what he did was take out the odd fire engine from different fire stations, preparing to close some fire engines, close some fire stations and move those appliances into other ones to downsize.
Yes. Yeah.
What about the shift changes? How's that changed since you started?
Yeah, they have changed the shifts. Again, it seems a bit of a nonsense. We cover 24 hours a day. How does it matter what time you start and finish? If the next ones that come on cover the other half of the 24 hours. But yeah, so it seemed like there was a lot of effort and money put into it to not really make any difference, because we still can only cover 24 hours a day. Yeah.
You used to have a shorter day shift and a longer night shift.
That's right. Yeah. In all honesty, I don't know, it's just a waste. Can't see that there's any benefit. The only thing is, they say that we possibly get less overtime now, which is what they felt is if they change the shifts, it would move us away from the rush hour times of changing your shift, in which case there would be less. Those times there are more calls, more fire calls or RTA calls, more incidents in general around those times, and so they didn't want us changing shift at those times because we'd be more likely to get overtime. So, whereas
they were trying to take your beds away.
Yeah, that was. So to be honest, that wasn't. I forget his name now. Councillor Common, that was. That was. I think he just didn't like firefighters. He wanted to take the beds away.
That's just jealousy, isn't it? Some people are a bit jealous. They think, oh, well, I don't get paid to sleep. But, you know, if you can get your head down for a couple of hours when you're on a long night.
Yeah, I believe it is better for your health. Long-term health of working nights.
Takes an impact.
Yeah. Now, obviously, we have fire calls all through the night, but multiple incidents all through the night, which we attend. But yeah, on a rare night where you don't get a call, potentially you can get 6 hours in bed.
Doesn't happen that often though, I imagine.
No, probably depends where you're stationed. I think some of the outer stations, possibly they do have nights in bed on a fairly regular basis.
You spend part of your night in the gym, don't you?
Yes. So every shift I spend at least an hour in the gym. But that's a particular hobby of mine, which I'm slightly obsessive about. And in actual fact, even if I haven't been able to get my time in the gym during my work hours, I often will stay after work and finish my workouts, yeah.
And your gym works well equipped?
Yes, in actual fact, that's one thing that has come with the PFI station. Is they've given us a decent gym. And the equipment is good.
Showers are good?
There was issues with the showers, but it's a green station, so it's trying to stop us using too much water, and so we did have these diffusers on the showers that, I don't know, it kind of meant you were showering in steam rather than actual water, but yes, we have unscrewed the heads and now managed to get...
Yeah, you get wet.
We actually, yes, managed to get wet, yeah.
That's good. What about the political correctness? Because I keep seeing posts on Facebook proudly announcing how many women work on different fire crews, as if this is something of prime importance, that if your building's on fire, you really want equal representation on the crew who are rescuing you. And is it right that when people get promoted, they get chopped up? They suddenly become politically correct?
Yeah, I think there was a politician a number of years ago said that we want the fire brigade to represent the community.
Any particular reason for this?
We didn't want the fire brigade to be like the Marines.
No?
Yeah, they didn't want us to be the best of the best, they just wanted us to represent the community which we serve. Which...
well, in London that means they don't particularly want white people.
Well, I don't know. It depends what you want your fire service to do, I suppose.
Well, I mean, common sense would say, let's just select the best person for the job.
Yes, you would think that would be the priority. But that isn't the priority. You just have to select someone who meets a high enough standard.
Okay. You just want an adequate person?
Yes. And if they can meet that standard, then we can select people that will represent London as a whole.
Okay. So you want to tick a box for group identity?
Well, it would seem they would like to, yes.
Okay. And what do the... I can't call them firemen, can I? Can I call them firemen?
No, we're firefighters nowadays.
Okay, so what do the firemen think about this? Have you got many females on your watch?
We haven't at my station, no.
Do you work with many?
Yes. Basically, I can work anywhere in London, so I'm not only stationed at my base station. I can go anywhere in London. I often work with female firefighters.
Competent? Any problems?
I suppose what it comes down to is what you want the fire service to do. And so, to be honest, different people have different skills and attributes for different parts of the job. But primarily,
Are you trying to say you can find a use for them?
okay, so if we're going out into the community talking to people about fire safety, which you can argue, in fairness, does save lives, if you can encourage people to get smoke alarms fitted in their house, and we will fit them for free, then I suppose that does save lives. And there may be that...
Females might have an aptitude for that.
Yes, or other minority groups may be able to talk to people in a certain way that would be more likely to get in there and put a smoke alarm in. So yeah, you can argue that there is benefit there in prevention and things like that, in dealing with community. You know, maybe going into schools and things. Yeah, but there's no sign. You know, there's no doubt that when it comes down to physicality, men tend to be stronger. Now I'm sure you can find some weak men, male firefighters, but I would personally think that they wouldn't have been the ones I'd wanted to have hired.
You can find some strong women.
You can find some strong women. And yeah, probably if...
Basically, I mean, I would say that you want a merit-based system where people are hired on their merits, not because of their gender or their colour. But if you're going to go down the road of hiring on the gender or colour, you still want a higher standard for strength. Now, is it the case that the standards are different if you've got a female in your group of trainees?
In all honesty, they've lowered a lot of the standards to give them more availability to allow more people in.
Okay.
So now they say, well, they've all met the standards, but the standard isn't anything like what it used to be. They've taken away lots of the strength testing.
Play devil's advocate, would you say that the role of the fire brigades changed at all? I mean, are things mechanised, or are the kind of call-outs that you're getting different in any way to what they used to be, or is it all the same?
Pretty much the same. We do less, in fairness, along with the cuts. So that we could get the cuts in, we stopped attending various incidents. So we often get calls from, I don't know, old ladies that have been locked out and things like that. I think they filter out a lot of those calls now. We just still get them occasionally.
Ever rescued a cat from up a tree?
Not very often.
But you have?
But I have, yes. Yeah, there were probably twice, actually, in 14 odd years.
Do you ever see skeletons of cats up trees?
No. No, I can tell you the cats that I have rescued. One was attacked by a Rottweiler and ran up a tree and was up there for some time. And we was called by the owner as they was worried that the cat had been injured. And the other one had actually been a young cat. We was called by the RSPCA. It had been up a tree for something like 5 days.
That's a long time to be up a tree.
Yeah, and the RSPCA had struggled to try and get it out and then called us. But it's not.
It's not standard practice.
Twice, as I say, twice in 14 years. It's not. But we do all sorts of animal rescues. Yeah, can't say I was involved in it, but I know my crew were involved in rescuing a cow once.
A cow?
Yes, that had tried to leap over a bush that happened to have spiked railing inside.
Oh,
yes, yeah. But I wasn't on it.
No.
Also
Sounds like...
Also rescued a swan from a tree.
Okay.
Which sounds funny. I rescued a bird from a tree, but I rescued some ducks as well, ducklings from a drain. They'd fallen through the quick. Yeah, great. But yeah, so there have been a few dogs as well, rescued dogs.
Okay, so it's good that you're making yourself useful.
yeah.
What about pranks? Because I know that you've had some good pranks. Are pranks allowed anymore, or is it?
No, there is no horseplay allowed.
No horseplay.
No horseplay.
But surely you're all like comrades together. There's got to be.
Yeah, I'm trying to think when things changed. We used to be more militaristic, but now we are. I don't know. We no longer have officers. We have managers.
You're not a brigade. You're a service.
That's right. Yeah.
When did that happen?
It's a few years back now.
So when you started,
mm,
how many buckets of water were thrown over you? Can you count?
a day? 3 a day, at least.
3 a day.
Yes.
Any problems with your uniform? Like you got to get your shoes to a high gloss.
Yes, so we used to have to polish our shoes, hence, much like the army. But yeah, I had just about everything done to my shoes. They would go missing. Obviously, every time you get a shout, you had to jump into your fire gear. You'd leave your shoes on the floor, and off you'd go on the appliance on the fire engine. And when I come back, notoriously my shoes would be missing. They would turn up a day later, having been, I don't know, tarred and feathered, or painted with varnish and rolled in sand. You used to have this day glow orange paint, like a luminous orange paint,
Right.
that we used to mark up all the equipment with our call sign. We used to paint this orange paint on and then write on it our call sign in black marker. But yes, they painted my shoes day glow a luminous orange.
Surely this is bullying and harassment.
Yeah, well, so back then I don't know.
Did you keep as good as you got?
So my first year I wasn't allowed to. So when I joined, I was told that, I was actually told, you've got a lot of shit coming your way, but it won't last forever. And for the first year I had to take it, and after a year I could fight back. And that was the deal. Every time we went out and done drills, I would be the one that was jetted against the wall. Every time I stepped outside, a bucket of water came down upon me. They made bombs out of shotgun cartridges. There was like air bombs going off next year.
Mm.
And they had diffusers on fishing line. I don't know. It was fun, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have been the butt of every joke for the first year, but there was, I don't know.
You gave joy to your...
It was certainly a laugh. I don't know. I remember I used to go to work, so we used to do a tour would be 4 days or 2 days and 2 nights, and then we'd finish our last night and we wouldn't come back for 4 days or 3.5 days. And I used to say to my friend and one of my colleagues, I can't believe I've got to wait that long until we come back again. I would have just come back for free.
Yeah.
I loved it, yeah. Mm.
And a lot of those people you started with, have they moved on?
Well, in all honesty, half of them have retired now. Some of the others have moved. In the cuts we lost the fire engine, so half of the guys to be transferred out to other stations throughout London. I'm still with 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still with 2 of them.
And the others which have arrived, you get on well with?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt we are like a family. Yeah. Probably that carries over from how things used to be. Yeah.
Had any big jobs?
Those are big jobs. Got a 15 pump fire the other night. Night before last.
15 pump fire, for people who don't know, the appliances, you call them a pump.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so 15 fire engines.
And each fire engine with how many crew?
So there would be a minimum of 4 4 to 5 normally, depending on whether they come from a 1 appliance or 2 appliance station. Yeah, we also had an ALP there, one of the big ladders. Yeah. But yeah, many big fires over the years.
And you ever get nervous?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not for a little while. But it happens. Definitely. I don't know.
Do your adrenaline goes when you're on your way to a job, or is it once you get there and you see how bad it's going?
Do you know, it's hard to say nowadays. Certainly at first you just get very excited.
Yeah.
I think anything you do a lot of you get used to, and it doesn't seem so exciting.
No.
Once
It's what you do.
once it's normal, yeah. But yeah, there's no doubt there have been jobs that I've been in, and it's been pretty hair raising. Yeah, and definitely have been frightened. Yeah, maybe sometimes there are times where, I don't know, you start to assess what maybe you're always assessing it to an extent, but the times where, you know, you really feel frightened, maybe because there's like an instinct in you telling you this is going bad, it's turning, the job's turning, you know, and you do have to watch the fire and what's going on. Yeah.
Is there anyone alive today, you think, because of something you've done?
Definitely. Definitely.
So you definitely feel you've saved some life?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah.
How often is it that you're fighting a fire with people reported to be in the fire? The majority, you would have thought they've all evacuated.
In actual fact, probably more than 9 times out of 10, we arrive and the people are outside, and we have to go in and deal with the fire. But yeah, sometimes people are in there, and I suppose they're probably the times where we turn up the initial crew, and we're very quick to act, and getting ladders up, getting people out the windows, getting in, making quick snack rescues. Yeah.
You can't fireman's lift anymore though, can you? Is that against policy?
Well, carrying someone down a ladder. So we're meant to assist them these days. I don't know. I don't know if it was in London or even in the UK. It must have been. Someone at some point dropped someone. And since then, I think, well, after that, I think they've stopped us carrying
no longer
people down.
procedure.
Yeah. They don't like doing it.
Would you still do it?
Yeah, you do anything to save someone, don't you? Do what you got to.
So, some of the things that you're told on paper for health and safety are not practical to implement on a job. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's very fair to say. In actual fact, though, it's funny because if we'd have had this conversation a year ago, I might be answering things more the way that it sounds like you're fishing for. So this year they have brought in policy to so we can send a message now to say that we're stepping outside of policy.
Okay.
Yeah. So that it seems that for a while the fire brigade was going in a direction of
hard and fast rules.
Yeah, and not wanting to, like these claims, not wanting any injury claims, and worried about almost to the extent that they're worried about a firefighter breaking a finger now, in case you might go sick with it or need a payout. But it does seem I don't know if it's in light of more recent events like Grenfell Tower and some other jobs, but there's been a bit of a review and they've changed the policy now. So although we still have these strict policies that say we can't do half the things that we would normally do, we can step outside policy now if it's been risk assessed and we feel the benefit outweighs the risk. So it does seem that there's definitely a step back in the right direction.
That's good news. Because I think in any job you learn the rules, and you shouldn't just learn the rules, you should know why those rules have come about in the first place. So if there's X rule, you know that's to prevent this happening, or this rule here, that's to prevent that happening. And if you know the reason for the rule, you know that sometimes that rule isn't appropriate. And there's exceptions to every rule. So it's good that we respect rules, but sometimes, especially in a practical situation or an emergency situation, sometimes you have to go outside of policy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's no doubt none of us want to get hurt. None of us want to get injured or die. You know, none of us want to be careless with our lives. But my old governor used to say, there isn't anyone else you can call. Not like the movies. If we can't get in there and get them out, you know, I don't know, whistle for Superman or something, tell them to save the day. This is what he used to say to us, you're it. If you ain't getting them out, they ain't coming out. There ain't no one else we can call. And so, yeah, definitely, there are times where firefighters enter situations where there is a risk. But I think if you can rationalise it, because you know there's a savable life in there, then we need to push ourselves to save those lives, don't we?
Yeah, it's about a risk-reward situation.
Definitely, yeah.
Which is a judgment call, which if you've got experience you can make.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, and you can't write a policy for that, you know. You can train us to the best of our ability and then just to go and do our best.
Yeah.
That would be the way forward as far as I see it.
Okay, I mean this is a large subject, I'm sure we can talk more
Hmm.
about the fire brigade, but thanks for talking.
You're more than welcome.